Louisville's new rock alternative, Alt 105.1. It is PK. We are out here at Louder Than Life. It is now day 2, and with me I have Johannes from Avatar. What's up, man? And good morning, I should say.
Yeah, but it is a good morning. At least it's that. It's a very recent morning that very recently just imposed itself upon me. But it's a good morning to have.
I mean, that's all it takes. I mean, you got to get going at some point, and I mean, what better way than being out here at a festival and, just enjoying yourselves. And I mean, you guys are kind of riding a little bit of a high right now. I do want to say congrats. I mean, #1 song, first #1 for you guys on the Billboard chart. I mean, great feeling for you guys. And I think I was reading, like, one of the longest roads to #1 in the past, like, 20 years. So you guys were grinding it out on this one.
Yeah, sorry, I'm still stuck on this. When you talk about the first half of that, is you're talking about if the best place to wake up if it's at the second morning of a festival, and I just was sent back in flashbacks to when I used to be a paying customer at festivals, and I don't know if this kind of waking up even counts, because there's something about waking up in a tent on a Danish festival somewhere, because Danish is a lawless land to a Swede, so you go to the Danish festivals. And it's like when the heat starts cooking inside the tent, so you have to get up at 7 and you start digging in the ground for the beers, because you don't have any cooling thing, because you're 19, it's early 2000, so your way to cool your beers are putting them underground. So you wake up, you dig a hole, you have your hot cup of beer in the morning, and that's the way to start a festival. So I don't know, I feel like I just gone soft. But yeah, the Dirt I'm Burning is doing great, and yes, we are happy.
Yes, I absolutely love it, and the new album is fantastic as well. I mean, it's been out for a hot second now, and I do want to ask. I know, like, you guys typically don't have a lot of features on your albums, but you were able to have Lizzie Hale on one of the songs for this album, and like I said, I mean, probably 2 or 3 other times, maybe at most. So what's it like, having to get one of those collaborations onto an album, and because they are so few and far between, how does that kind of impact what you're doing when you're in the studio or working with another person and trying to mesh everything together with their style as well?
Well, working with Lizzie for this album was extremely easy because A, she's the best, and B, none of us were there for her doing that because she did it at home.
Okay.
So you just wake up with a little treat in the inbox basically when she's done her part. The reason it's that it happens so rarely is because we don't think in features. Mm-hmm. There is definitely a fact. Thank you so much. There's definitely it's absolutely true that it certainly doesn't hurt when it comes to have people talk about your song, to just make sure that there are names on it that they recognize. We can't bring ourselves to care about that. So what happens instead is that it's a duet for purely musical reasons first. Yeah. Tim wrote a bunch of excellent riffs, and when I started to work on vocals, I came up with ideas that kind of, I want this to harmonize all the way. This is this call and response thing, and I guess this is a duet now. Cool. Okay. Who would we like to have sing on it? And before thinking names, I kind of, Avatar is a sausage party. So already there. But so already, in all seriousness, that if there's something we most definitely couldn't do even if we tried, is sounding like not a sausage party. Yeah. So then quickly thinking, who do we know? And we did some shows with Hailstorm. Yeah. They're great. Lizzie is one of the greatest voices of our time, male or female, and they're cool, and she says yes to fun things. We knew her a bit. Jay Rustin has worked with them somehow, because he works with everyone. Yeah. I'm just I don't want to shame anyone, but he works with everyone. He's a bit dirty like that. No, so it just, ask, and she said yes, and sounds amazing. And to have somebody else on this song, though, what is really cool about it is that we don't do it so often. I'm very used to hear my ideas being performed by 4 other guys specifically in this world. Yeah. and vice versa for all of them. Like, so we're very used to come up with things together, meaning that's the team, the sports team in the dressing room. I've seen all of the wieners all the time. So to have someone from the outside do something, the times we do it, other musicians, I get a huge kick out of it, just because, I don't know, the nakedness of working with something unreleased with someone else. Yeah. It's a particular form of intimacy that is, that we usually keep within the band. And that was a huge rush in and out of itself before even putting the song out.
Yeah, I mean, you guys kind of have, like, even with your live performance and everything, like, outside of just sounding good, it's about a performance, about putting on a show, and it really connecting with that audience and having that intimacy, with them, even if it's a larger festival crowd like this. So, how do you kind of approach the festival setting versus, if you're playing in a club or, a smaller setting like that? Like, I mean, because obviously there's fans for you, but there's also fans for other bands that might not even know who you are. So does that kind of change the mindset, or what kind of direction you want to do things with the performance or the show? Like, try to give it a little extra almost.
Yeah, I would say it's easier to find the right mindset when you are in something that you can make up for yourself, that it's, this is hostile territory. It's clearly not, but just that you can kind of find an underdog angle on what you're doing, right? So the festival, you get that, we got something to prove, that we always try to have. But then if it's one of our own sold out shows and stuff, to find your way into, like, if all of you, somehow I'm really happy you're here, that weird, to get yourself going the right way, that's easier here. Now, today we are blessed with a 35-minute set, which is pretty short for one of our shows. Yeah. And that's one of the good things with that, is that we will be done early, but everything else about it are downsides for us. So now it's really about figuring out, how to give a taste of what this is about in a way that makes sense and is optimized. Because we like writing set lists and long set lists, and also, like, not only we're gonna play this song, then that song, then this song, then that song, but we're gonna play this one, and that makes sense then into going there into that one, and therefore it would be nice to do this. That to kind of draw those long lines over what you're doing, it's real hard with 35 minutes. So now it's about, I guess, rage. Yeah.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned the set lists and, kind of crafting all of that. And, this is one of my favorite questions to ask bands, and it'll be the last question that I have. I'll let you either, go take a nap or, start your day, whatever.
It's over.
But talking about set lists, obviously this is a different beast. Like you said, it's a much shorter set. Shorter shit list for you. But, when you're thinking about your typical headlining show, full set list, all of your time, you're putting in, those staple songs that, the fans know, like you have new music, all of these things. And I mean, you got 9 albums to pick from. What's a song that you wish you could put into the set list, but it just never makes the cut? Maybe it's too long, maybe it's got too much going on, but something that you wish you could play, just never able to throw it into the set list for whatever reason.
I don't think there's anything like stopping us like that, where I feel confident that eventually we'll get to that one too, I think. Yeah. Up until this year, from when we didn't get to tour a lot of Hunter Gatherer because there was a plague in the way. Yeah. So there were some of those songs that just, we would have liked to have messed around with at the time more. And one big one for me was Scream Until You Wake. But we spent the first half of this year doing that pretty much every night then. So usually if we find a good reason, it all fits in there. Also because, like you say, you have the songs that you quote-unquote have to play, but it's also we want to play the ones we quote-unquote have to play. It's a communal thing, and you don't spit on that. And then you have your new material, but that's also fine and nice, easy, because I truly believe we keep getting better, so I have no problem forcing everyone to hear the new shit. And then you have a third of a set list or something where you put the songs that 1/3 of the audience is going to like the most. Yeah. And then you have to hit all 3/3 with what you got left in space. And there is wiggle room. Yeah. Because there's always be a third of your own audience who go, holy God, they're playing that one, So, so we give ourselves a lot of wiggle room with that.
Yeah. I like it. Well, I'm looking forward to the set in just a little bit out here at Louder Than Life. It's always a fun time. I mean, I think it was a couple years ago, Louder Than Life, when you guys were here. That's the last time I've seen you. So, I'm looking forward to hearing some more of the new songs. And it's always an absolute party with you guys, because, like I said, it's more than just going out playing the instruments. It's a show. So I am very excited for it, and I appreciate you taking the time to chat with us, and looking forward to the set, looking forward to what's next with you guys as well.